How to say fudge off, without saying fudge off. Respond to a long, critical email, received, thank you, anytime you begin with, per my previous email. I'd agree, but then we'd both be wrong. A similar one I like is there's no arguing with stupid people. So I'm just going to agree with you. I think we're done here. I knew my dentist hated me. Noted. Reminds me of the Curb Your Enthusiasm scene where Larry David responds to the neighbor that tell him to never talk again to the kids at the lemonade stand. He responded with duly noted and left with a big smile. Zero emotions shown. My old man once told me that people will always want something from you. If they can't get your love, then they will go for your hate. Show them nothing. Give them nothing. Show zero emotions to them. It will drive people crazy and you will learn tolerance at the same time. This is what got me through having to deal with a few hostile co-workers in my time. Just let it flow right past you and stick to the practicalities. And laugh at their floundering rage later, when you're alone. I had an old bar regular who was popular for negotiating complex legal agreements over a glass of beer. The absolute highlight of his unorthodox practice was when he was on the phone with someone while sipping on his 8th Miller of the day and said, "No, don't call me, I'll call you. That'll limit our communication, which is great because I hate speaking to you." I respect that man a lot. My grandfather always says, "Don't call me, I'll call you," or when we were kids, "Go play out in the street, I'll call you in later." He speaks with the driest tone of anyone I've ever met, not sure if he's kidding or just hates everyone. I'm a fan of saying, "Well, good luck with that then," and walking away. I have a Welsh friend who's a teacher. If he has to deal with a difficult parent, he shuts the conversation down with a "there we are then." It's like a subtler, more Welsh way of saying "see you next Tuesday." As a middle school teacher, I find a simple "that's nice" does the trick. You really gotta nail the delivery, otherwise it doesn't work. Also, "ain't that just the way" is a great alternative to "who gives a fudge." That reminds me of the late great Alex Trebek. When he would give the contestant interviews, he wasn't always engaged with whatever story they would share. Like maybe the person would share some story about their cat or their boring hobby, and he would smile and say, "Good for you. I'll take that under advisement." I hate this response when I am trying to give genuine feedback to someone with whom I thought I had a good relationship. It makes me doubt the whole relationship, if they don't really want to hear what I have to say. I recently received an email, saying, "How can you have processed INV blah blah invoice for X amount of dollars without approval?" With a whole heap of people copied in. I responded all, didn't say anything at all, just attached the approval email from someone further up the food chain than her. I'm pretty sure the fudge you was implied. This sounds immensely satisfying. Have the day you deserve. I always heard "I hope your day is as pleasant as you are." Edit, I want to be clear, actually using this in real life is cringe as fudge. It doesn't come across as a biting but suave insult. It makes you sound like a cringy idiot. Which you are, if you try to use it. I was just saying, every time I see Reddit threads about this kind of stuff, that's the common version of that insult that I see. Regards instead of kind regards. Have a day. Thanks for that. It's also how I say it in meetings. If they're more important than me, I say, "Absolutely. Let's park that." I'll make a note and we can address that separately offline, which is business douche. For what you have said is supremely unimportant and I will ignore it. Business douche is the perfect label for this kind of lingo. See also, boil the ocean, move the needle, put a pin in it. Off you fudge. Thank you for your concern, your comments have been noted appropriately. I'm leaving now, but with a cold, disregarding tone. Not emotionally charged because they just don't mean that much. They're just that insignificant. Bless your heart. This and, "Oh honey." Or "hand over my heart." "Oh sweetheart." Pity is way more savage than hate, Amirite. Thank you for your email. I completely understand and apologize for being unclear. Please refer to my last email for all the details. I hope this helps and I thank you in advance. Kind regards. Me. Your employee/employer. If I wrote something like this at work, I would be in trouble. Don't say anything and just walk away, just one last good look in their eyes. Then walk away, with maybe a small half nod. That is a very clear fudge off lol. It's almost like saying they aren't even worth the breath. Damn, that's crazy, but I don't care. Damn, I took this one personally. Nice one. I was once on some customer service call, can't remember the issue or what it related to, but the important part is that after about 20 minutes the woman I was talking was utterly unable to solve, or even make any progress towards solving, whatever problem I called about. As the call was wrapping up, she asked, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" To which I replied, "I sincerely doubt it. Thank you." Exit conversation. But lately I just find myself saying word and leaving it at that. So you have the last word. Brilliant. On Reddit, thanks for sharing. Oh dear. I say this when I actually mean it. Now everyone must just think I'm covertly telling them to go fudge themselves. Anyway, I'm needed back on my home planet, so best of luck with all that. If only my home planet was still habitable, this would work. As a wise Pee Wee Herman once said, "Let me let you let me go." I know how to say that in executive. Let's say someone asks about, I don't know, a couple extra vacation days since we're all going fudging crazy right now. Wow, that's a really great question, thank you for asking. We know this is an issue that a lot of people care about, and we're certainly thinking a lot about well-being at a time like this. We won't move forward with this idea right now, but we're going to keep being thoughtful about supporting our employees through these unprecedented times. How to say nothing with many words, while leaving people both more reassured and confused than they were before. I hope that the rest of your day is as pleasant as you are. I appreciate that you are coming from a good place, but... And then finish off with, and once again, I appreciate that you are giving this advice with the best intentions. Poor planning on your part does not mean an emergency on mine. Sarcastic smile and a thumb up. Diplomacy is the art of telling someone to go to hell and make them think to will enjoy the trip. Winston Churchill. Probably. You have an interesting perspective. You're not wrong, you're just an butthole. Or the alternative. Lord, make wisdom rain down from the heavens. Or stones, whatever hits the mark. Get lost, kick rocks, make like a tree and scram. With all due respect. Not mine, but this is a good one. Behold, the field in which I grow my fudges. Lay thine eyes upon it, and see that it is barren. In my best Alan Rickman voice, go away. No thank you. I'm sorry you feel that way. It's not a phrase I use, in fact I consider it pretty damned rude. But it gets fudge off. I have nothing to apologize for across in a usually butthole-ish way. Give a thumbs down. Or, sweetie, bless your heart. You gotta slap your knee real hard and go velp. Which should trigger them to look at their watch and go, gosh, look has the time, I suppose I should be heading out. For my last email. I'll pray for you. Especially if you're not religious and they know it. Noted.